Alright, so we're back once again, and this time we're going to be discussing Ranked Season 15. It's just been released, and I want to run over, well obviously I'm going to do the normal stuff, like showing the rewards and stuff, but I want to show this little bit of gameplay, mostly because it's very different from the last Ranked Season. I played maybe 5 or 6 games of this, and it actually feels a lot better than random battles. I thought I'd never say that about Ranked, but it actually does feel a lot better. Now, I don't know if that's a combination of the new kind of gimmicky game modes or the kind of the, well, how do I describe that? Maybe the, last man standing kind of aspect. The center of the map gets smaller and smaller and smaller. That kind of battle royale game mode is interesting, and it's not something I noticed until I actually started going back through my replays. And if I sped up the replay, I could see the actual center cap get smaller and smaller as the game went on and on. So that's something that's really interesting to me. Also, you have these little kind of, heal centers and rudder shift aids and reload timer improvement kind of gimmicks, which are nice to get, just in the way. Obviously, you're not going to go out of your way to get them. They're not like the main aspect of the battle. They don't improve much. They don't improve your stats all that much. I mean, if you're fighting 1v1, it's better not to go for these and just get the better position. But that being said, there always is a nice benefit to getting them. As you can see, we're doing the classic Minotaur. We're hiding behind rocks, hoping we don't get focused all that much. And this ranked season is actually 7v7. Now, I haven't actually experienced all that many carriers in this game mode so far. And the few I haven't had all that much effect, except for that time I got detonated in the thunder. But the less said about that, the better. And the one thing I noticed about Minotaur players, especially in this season, is that they tend to take radar a lot more often than other seasons, or even other game modes, which I found a little bit surprising. But then again, it can be explainable. You're in 7v7, smoke, and radar is going to be... Radar is obviously better than smoke. Just 1v1, but obviously there's going to be times where smoke's more effective, and the 7v7 game mode is going to increase the importance of radar. So I can see why radar's a better option here, but I decided to go with smoke just because I'm used to it. I know the playstyle. There's no point switching now. It's better to go with something you know than something you don't know and potentially mess it up and start losing a hell of a lot of games. But that being said, we're just starting off. A little bit of poke. We do get obviously the first buff, and I do protect the side of the flank with, Minotaur's obnoxious AA. So we already got 5 kills. And if you watch some of my previous videos, you realize I'm a little bit, lax when I use hydroacoustic search. I don't always use it when I am in smoke. So I was actually lucky there that I didn't actually eat 2 torpedoes and probably end the game for myself. That being said, we do manage to recover from that. We do have a really good heal, so that makes up for a lot of it. And right now we're just trying to chunk out damage. Again, they've got probably the majority of their team actually pushing this flank. And the one thing I have noticed this season is that pushing, people don't like pushing. Like it's like they're allergic to pushing. I found this especially when I played the Thunder. I tried pushing the Yamato once, but that definitely didn't end well. And you shouldn't be doing that anyways. But yeah, people seem immune to pushing. Even more so when you have, well, I can see not pushing when you have an advantage, but because you just want to run down the clock and just play out your advantage. But I mean, when you have a significant advantage where people will basically end the game sooner just by pushing, people don't want to. And I don't know if it's lack of game knowledge or something else, but that being said, we get ourselves into a little bit of a sticky situation here. We're showing basically full broadside to a Republic. Luckily, he decides to shoot at the Ohio, which is angling for some reason, and we try to make ourselves as small as possible. Now, what the aim is here is not to draw fire. We want to get undetected again. And there's going to be a couple of things I'm looking for as I go around this island. One is going to be getting undetected. Obviously, that's a given. I'm just going to make a with those carriers coming, or those planes coming, is going to make it a little bit more difficult. But 2 is that we're going to monitor where the Republic's guns are pointing. That's going to be incredibly important to decide when we can actually push. And 3 is that I'm going to get hit by that torp. Disgusting. Anyways, probably the main thing here is monitoring the Republic, seeing where its guns are pointed, and then pushing when the guns are pointed like 180 degrees away from where I'm situated, which I see they are. And now we're going to push because his guns cannot get turned around in time. He does get dropped by the carrier, but that doesn't make any difference. The rate of fire on the Minotaur would mean I could easily do 10k by the time he gets his guns pointed on me. And we finish him off. What that means though, is that there's a Montana on this flank. The Zhao is pretty much out of the game at this point. He's not going to be coming around anytime soon. And with those planes, if you look on the minimap, those planes coming to spot the Montana, it puts me in a beautiful spot here to slow down, smoke up, and just start farming the Montana once again. Especially with the Minotaur's rate of fire, this is like the perfect position. Alright, if you'll notice there, I shot my torps really early, but there's a reason towards that, is that I want the reload up as soon as possible. So even if as you can see in my smoke, there's like a minute 52 on my smoke. That should give me, I should be right on the verge of my torps coming back up. So then if the Montana does actually push really hard and does get a lucky shot like this, if he pushes in and I get detected by proximity or something else, then I do have the torps there ready to fire and just destroy him. That being said, he seems intent on driving into my torps. He does get hit by 1. We do about 11k, which is always nice to see, but again, not expected. He damage cones. We're just continuously firing. At this point, I know better. I start angling a little bit just to, distract from some of that damage. And again, at this point, if I put myself in the Montana's shoes, I don't see why he's sailing full broadside here. It makes little to no sense. And he gets taken down. Now, if you're the Montana in that situation, you see I've used my torps, so that means they're on cooldown for at least another couple of minutes, or a minute and a half. That gives you the opportunity to turn bow in, go straight at me, and also pretty much face no consequences as a result. You're limiting your ship shape, so you can actually, there's less of a ship for me to hit, therefore you're going to take less damage, and you're probably going to kill me. That being said, he does something really weird, and he dies. Anyways, moving on. This game's pretty much over. We've successfully defended the left-hand flank, even though we did lose the Ohio, but we did our job really well. And now it's only the Zhao and the aircraft carrier left. There's not all that much left to do, really. Again, the Zhao's at 15.8 kilometers away. Our range is about 15.5? 15.8, so again, we're right on the edge of our range. Very unlikely we're actually going to get good damage on him, but we'll try and poke him a little bit here and there. We do get a buff, but again, not all that meaningful. Now the one thing I noticed, if you look on the ship icon, is that my HP is actually ticking up. Now this is one buff I actually really like, especially if you're playing DDs with the lower percentage HP pool. It's really nice to have repairable HP, or repairable HP throughout the game. Now, if you're playing the Shimikaze or something like that, and you get into an early skirmish, which you shouldn't be, this can be really helpful. It can actually really turn your game around. It can enable you to actually, be a little bit more risky throughout the game, and actually makes the gameplay a lot more interesting as a result. But that being said, we're just hitting this out over and over again. The game's pretty much over. We're up 400 points. We're about to cap A. I don't want to go into A in case I reset the cap actually and slow it down. But the Hikaru got absolutely dumpstered right there. So that was good. So he's going to go down pretty goddamn soon. I don't know what to say anymore because this game's pretty much over. And yeah, so ranked season, if you're not aware, if you played the last ranked season, I think you start off from I started off I think from rank 12 because I played only so many games to get to rank 10 I think last season, and then I stopped playing. So this season I think I started off from rank 12. I didn't have to go all the way back to rank 18, so I think there's something like that in play. So take that into consideration. Now, I don't know if you get the rewards automatically from rank 18 to rank 12, or from rank 18 to any rank, if you skip those ranks, but maybe someone in the comments can tell me. And at this point, it's just a game of chase, 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 so we're going to speed it up here. But overall, I'm really liking this rank season so far. Holy shit. And I'm definitely going to be playing more of it. It's a nice change of pace to the usual ranked. But with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this little video, and I'll see you in the next one.